Hi, everyone. So this is a message that you need to hear right now, a message for you. Welcome to my channel. This is Hello, Karleen. I'm Karleen. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you feel comfortable here. There's quite an eclectic mix of videos, but let's dive into your message as the first card is already flipping out. Okay, we've got the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands is indicating, of course, a message. This is a message, clearly a message, or opening the message. The next card that wanted to come out is the High Priestess. It's an intuitive message. And the third card is on the structures of your reality, the Emperor. Okay, so my cards like to be a little bit dramatic. Dramatic. Let's see. What's coming up, please? What's the message for those of you that need to hear it? So the overall energy I feel is the Six of Swords. So there's some kind of a some of you that are okay, Four of Cups. All right. For some reason, I'm picking up some of you are coming from a family that immigrated to wherever it is that you're living now. And it feels as if this is causing like some kind of issues or disturbances or something like that around how you feel where you're living right now. So why do I say this? Because the Six of Swords, and for some reason I'm focusing on these two women traveling together. And this is Ruth after Ruth's husband dies. She leaves with her mother-in-law and they go to the hometown of the mother-in-law. And it just feels as if Ruth had to, like, she showed up, she worked extra hard, she prayed to God, God gave her what she desired. She decided to attach to her mother-in-law, but this journey, this going to, now this could also indicate that some of you have dealings with a mother-in-law or are very close to your mother-in-law. Like we always have that trope of the evil mother-in-law, but maybe you lucked out and you're really close to your mother-in-law. But there's something causing either the family missing home, the family missing where they came from, but they're like gloomy thoughts here and feeling of being outside of something, outside, not quite belonging, not quite into where you're at. And it feels as if this is at this time of year for some of you really affecting you. So let's dive in. The Ace of Swords is what comes up is a decision needs to be made. So an insight and inspiration that is coming to you at this time of year. The next card is the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is indicating that someone is delaying making a decision. Someone is hesitating on making this decision. And then we have the Eight of Coins. So it has to do with work, finding work, possibly the work place that you're in. And the Moon and anxiety. And the High Priest looking for spiritual. Okay. 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 Some of you, I'm feeling like it depends on, the level that this message applies to. But some of you are, whether it comes to your place of work, your family, or where you live, you're not feeling like this is really your place to be. And the more you think about it and the more you feel into it, you're really feeling or sensing that maybe it's time to move on. Maybe it's time for something different. Maybe it's time for something else. And it's almost as if you're looking for the place that you belong, the place that you're supposed to be, a place where you'll feel at home, where you'll feel welcomed, where you feel comforted, where you feel connection. And some of you grew up in families where this actually never happened, where it felt always like you didn't belong. And now it's become part of your identity. Now it's become part of what you're always experiencing because it's the norm to you. And it's like, how do I deprogram that? How do I get that out of my system? It also feels as if, as a result, some of you have focused excessively on your work or on your career in the trying to make it, trying to make a name for yourself or trying to make, become successful in order to be accepted or feel a sense of connection. So you stop maybe also trying to find that sense of connection in the outside world. So in friendships, relationships, and you're looking for it through your place of work. You're looking for it through your team at work, your group at work, your colleagues at work. But this is also not working for you. So maybe you've turned to spirituality as a result of this. You've turned towards higher, and it shows that, this plan was perfect because you are the way you are. And this is the only thing or the only experience that would get you to return to God, to turn to God, to return to God, to focus on God, to look to God. Because if everything else had worked out, you wouldn't be looking to spirituality, you wouldn't be looking to God. And so it really feels as if now you're just trying to find your right pathway forward. You're attempting to find, what's my spiritual path? What's the path that I'm supposed to be on? What am I doing here? What is the best way for me to express myself? How do I bring life to what I'm feeling or what I'm picking up? How do I express my impressions, my intuition, my inspirations? All this seems to be going through your head. Some of you are dreamers, so you're receiving messages at night, or you wake up in the morning and you have instant solution to problems during your life, or you receive some kind of an inspiration, and it's time for you to start following that. You can have a dream journal, write it down, but it's time for you to start following those inspirations and seeing where it takes you, seeing where it could lead you, seeing what could come of it. But a lot of you are just head to the grindstone, and this is the Eight of Coins, so mastery, but continuing to try to master your life or try to master um your job, right? So becoming some kind of a master. Up until now, that was the main goal for you, but now things are slowly changing. So let's see what's going to happen or how this continues. But it really feels as if you've been trying to shake off this immigrant mentality. That's really what comes up for me the strongest, is this mentality of, yeah, this is not my home territory. So you've never really put down roots, right? You've never really attached or put down roots, or really got into feeling or be identifying yourself with where you're at. And this can work itself out, like I said, in a variety of ways. So never really feeling quite like, always feeling like the grass is greener on the other side. If I try a little bit harder, if I do a little bit more, if I push a little bit further, then I'll finally get to the promised land. And there's this promised land energy about your reading as well. So let's see, what else is coming up for you? What else is coming up for you? So overall, here we see the prayers, the Eight of Swords, feeling trapped in this situation, and an expectation, right? So you're practicing manifestation and expectation. You're practicing focusing on holding this frequency, this emotional state, in order to achieve and accomplish what it is that you want to achieve and accomplish, and receive what it is that you want to receive, right? So we have the Eight of Swords where you feel kind of trapped, the Page of Cups where you feel receptive, though. Like there is hope. It's not completely hopeless. So then you've got the Four of Swords, right? So this really, when we look to the Four of Cups that you had before, it's a similar energy, but we've got this, the Four of Cups was an emotional kind of doldrum. Here we have the mental doldrum, where it's kind of like, I can't see any further than where I'm at right now. And so I have to sit quiet and just let everything I think I know clear, in order for me to see and recognize and acknowledge something else, a different pathway forward. You may have been practicing meditation. You may have been diving deep into meditative practices. You may have been opening yourself up just to receive some kind of guidance, to receive some kind of otherness in order to move forward. You've got the Seven of Swords. You're tired of betraying yourself. You're tired of, when I say betraying yourself, it feels as if you've had to um I don't know, like do things that weren't really you, in order to survive, in order to yeah, yeah, do things that weren't really you in order to get through. That's what I'm picking up, what I'm feeling here. And you're tired of that. You want to be just yourself. You want to say what you got to say without stepping on anybody's toes, without offending anybody. You want to just be you. So your next step is likely the King of Pentacles. So looking for stability and continuing with your work, right? Continuing, focusing on your work, focusing on your career, continuing to build that status, that success basis from which to move out of. Some of you are also dealing with a King of Pentacles, so a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or somebody who exhibits very Capricornian, earthy kind of traits, as someone who's also very focused on their career, very ambitious, very hardworking, very involved. It feels like that's what you're focusing on mainly. And the outcome is the Ten of Swords. So there's this, sooner or later, there's an attempt to cut this off. Okay. And the advice card is the King of Cups. The King of Cups can be therapy, can be healing, but it can also be the right emotional partner for you. And you may have been looking into partners up until now that provide you a sense of stability and comfort and um, yeah, ground underneath your feet. And you may have kind of neglected the emotional part, but some of you are kind of deciding between two different partners, and one is more emotionally connected to you than the other. And so spirit's kind of like pointing in the direction of the one that's more emotionally connected to you. It's really important that you also honor your emotions, you nurture your emotions, and don't worry so much about the material aspect of things. This may have come down through the family line, through the ancestral line, this material worry, material concern. And so, that's part of the immigrant experience in some cases. And so you may be thinking, the logical choice would be to go for somebody who's going to provide me that material stability, who's going to be that person that gives me this support. But there's another person who's giving you emotional connection, and that is going to blow you away. That's really going to show you the depth of love, the depth of how good love can be, and how love can heal, and love can elevate, and love can uplift, and love can power, and love can motivate, inspire, right? So you're going to have that experience where you realize the value of love, because it feels like you come from a background where this wasn't really recognized. Like it was acknowledged, but it was, for those people that had it, but not for people like you, kind of thing. And to always prioritize grounded King of Pentacles types decisions over love decisions. So something new is coming into your experience. And some of you are desiring a love connection as well. You're truly desiring a romance, a romantic connection, someone to come and sweep you off your feet. Again, we have the Ace of Swords coming up, and the Ace of Swords indicates the truth. So the truth of the matter is now going to be revealed, but also this is the truth. And let's see here. We've got the 10 of coins. Yeah. So the next relationship that you get into, the next person that you connect with, this is, yeah, long term. Nine of Cups, 10 of coins. It's almost as if you're going Three of Wands, right? So great outlook. And it's almost as if all your dreams are the lovers, right? You have to trust the process. And I feel like this is what your lesson is to trust the process and be as authentic to yourself as you can be, even though you might not know exactly what the outcome is. You have to trust the process of having faith, trust the process of prayer, trust the process of connecting to the divine, connecting to spirit, trust the process of following your heart without leaving your head behind. Trust the process of believing in love, believing that love exists, believing that love can come for you, believing that love can heal your life. And moving into that space and already kind of living it, and you'll see what the outcome is. What else do you need to know? What else is coming up for you guys? What else do you need to know? And it feels as if, yeah, somebody's gone to market, okay? Because this whole dualist thing keeps coming up. So either you're someone that's being decided upon right now, somebody's going to choose you, or you're having a hard time choosing what it is that you want to focus on, because the Two of Coins has to do with, juggling two things at once. But we also have the Ten of Wands here, which is indicating it's causing hardship. So whether it's you that's juggling or someone else that's juggling you, it's causing some kind of emotional hardship. It's causing difficulty, and it feels like it needs to balance out. We've got the Devil card that comes up, so feeling attached, feeling involved, feeling invested. We've got the Six of Grains here, which is, or the Six of Coins, which is again balance and answered prayers, smaller karmic cycle. We've also got the World. Ooh, so a cycle of endings, okay? A cycle of endings, and but a beautiful ending to something, a new beginning. We've got the Four of Cups again. So, and the Ace of Cups. Okay, the Ace of Cups is true love, authentic love. This is love in the home. This is love that wells up inside of you. This is the self-love that then overflows in the Two of Cups. So what these cards are telling me, and this is going to close the reading off, you guys, is that you need to let go of the burden of thinking that you have to make a choice alone. Let go of the burden of overthinking things, of thinking things through to the very last detail, and move instead to look at what is really motivating me? What are my addictions? What are my drives? What is really, really, really behind what I do? And see the karma and that this causes you to generate. See the results that this causes to show up in your life for you, because whatever it is that you plant, that is what you will reap. So if you plant fear, you're going to reap fear. If you plant non-love, you're going to reap non-love. And choose love. And it feels like there's this closure process within your soul, within yourself, as you realize what it truly means on the deeper levels, and you finally let go of any kind of concept or idea from the outside world that could save you, and you actually choose love. You, on your soul level, choose the experience of love. And I'm not speaking the romantic experience only, but the entire consciousness of love, the beauty of love. So here we have the Four of Cups as the outcome. And it feels as if some of you may be stuck in the doldrums because you're feeling stuck in life. And really, this stuckness is A, because you don't want to do what you need to do, the next step. But B, it's also because you can't find the love in your situation. And so it makes everything nonsensical. It makes everything as if it makes no sense. Why am I doing here? Why am I here if I'm not loving what I'm doing or who I'm with? Or and your soul seems to be bringing that up and is reflecting on that. What is the purpose of anything without love? And so this is when love reawakens within you. Your heart is going to be healed. Love opportunities are coming to you. Love itself will teach you, will guide you. And it feels like you're ready. You're ready to be receptive to the energy and the joys of love, and it will show itself. Love is absolutely conscious, you guys. So if you speak to it, if you connect with it, if you open up to it, you will hear back from it 100%. It is consciousness. It's a it's a living, thriving being of consciousness or within consciousness. I can't even really describe, I don't want to limit my description of it. So, but you can definitely connect with it and it will open itself up to you and share with you. So the thing is for you, I feel, is to not close your heart off too much by overthinking things, over and analyzing things, going things over and over again with your mind and your brain. And maybe you grew up, like I said, in a family that had to do that, but you don't have to. You don't have to continue doing that. As a matter of fact, your ancestors did that, so you don't have to. Your ancestors walked so you could run. Your ancestors did that so you could live your life differently. And it's time for you to step into that and do that. Okay? Thanks for listening, you guys. Take care. Bye.